So you're a philosopher?
Yes. 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 I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply. I think very deeply.
In about 4 seconds, a teacher will begin to speak.
I think very deeply.
I love him too. I love James Smalls, man. I love him. But this is actually a piece with Karis One and Dr. Ebo. Listen up. And I always say listen to every lyric that we play on this show. This is the only place you want to get this type of information from. I'm telling you. Yeah. LA Talk Live Sabir Bey Show. Listen up. Watch. Listen to the beginning of this track. Listen.
Shooting out of the waves. That's the building walk, okay? Of the fire.
That's Gabriel.
The track is a Wu-Tang Clan track by True Master.
10 to the minus 33 centimeters of space. 10 minus 43 seconds, that is time.
Peace, everybody. What's going on? I'm with Building 7, Amadeuz Christ. I believe y'all gonna really like this. It's based around my radio show, the Sabir Bey Show. You're gonna see the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the reality of what happens when you do radio. So again, it's gonna be powerful. We're up in Sacramento kicking the reality show off right now. So hey, it's all love. Y'all gonna see some real crazy stuff jumping off. So you want actuality? Stay tuned. Show's gonna be jumping. And don't forget to check out my man's documentary coming out, Out of Darkness. Peace. This stuff overturns governments, and you have a right to overturn it when it's not doing what it's supposed to. It's in the constitutions of every one state. If you study the state's constitution, the people, the difference is, according to the Dred Scott case, and I'm gonna pull this up for everybody so they can see what I'm talking about. This for you too, you attorneys, brothers that's in law school. This is the Dred Scott case. I know it's a lot, but in here, it speaks about the Negroes are classified as property in the Constitution. This is what the Dred Scott case talks about. So all the stuff that is happening right now, if your politicians really want to tell you the truth about what was going on, they will actually tell you that about that Dred Scott case. Let's go a little further. The people is a nation. Persons are not. So as a collective, as we become more conscious to who we are, and we move in unison. This is why I say with other nations that's around the globe, they will start participating and supporting us. That's the power of it. So if we're labeling ourselves to be a minority or Negro, black, and colored, then why would I come to your rescue? You're basically your property. They can't tell black people that. You see what I'm saying when they come here? But we can't help you. You know, they gave you the Emancipation Proclamation. You follow me? When are you going to proclaim and be free? That's what Noble Drawley was bringing. That's the importance. And nationality is very important. You talk to anybody else in any other culture, they say culture and nationality matters.
That's not complex, is it? What you have to do is show the people enough information where it becomes their own, and not, oh man, that's the brother, that's tight. It's not our information. It belongs to the people until it becomes their own in their own heart. They're in law still considered wards of the state, and a ward of the state can't own property. Connotatively, they'll say slaves can't own property. That's what that means. So as long as these people agree to be under the black codes, they themselves have acquiesced to the effect of them. And so when you're going out into the world, as soon as you use those tags, the rest of the world immediately goes to the black codes because you just confessed them.
Nowhere you see black, he talked about in there. So again, we are the Habesha or Ethiopian people. They are Caucasians, Incavans, Troglodytes, Europeans, which means Euro means founded a peon, a slave, or one of those. So please, please, people, stop calling these people white. They're not white. Again, listen, let's go to my phone lines. I have a call on the line. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Tracy.
Peace, brother. What's going on, fam? Where you calling from?
This is just one style out of many. Like a piggy bank, this is one penny. My brother's name is Kenny. That's Kenny Parker. My other brother, ICU, is much darker. Boogie Down Productions is made up of teachers. The lecture is conducted from the mic to the speaker. Who gets weaker?
have no power. It's only power over the powerless people. You follow me? You have no power. But listen, we're not gonna go, get into that. But listen, give me a call. We already got an hour and a half on this particular show at 323-473-3100. Now listen, I don't know if y'all heard yesterday they shot another brother in Baltimore, I believe. I'm trying to still get the details. He was shot in his back by police, and I want to know who they're going to bring out there. Yesterday, I put the news out there on Facebook. I think it was Fox News that actually covered it. Actually, when it went down, and they handcuffed this guy. For me, for the life of me, I'm trying to figure out when we going to fight. When? If you're not going to fight, get us to these places so we can at least educate these people on really what's going on. Y'all pay thousands of dollars for people that's not, it's helping you. Noble Drew Ali said, the third and fourth generation will come with their eyes wide open. We are the third and fourth generation. So again, they seen this and had to put us back to sleep with so-called black leaders out here today. State of mind. You see what I'm saying? Like we were in our conscious state of mind that we gave this to them to hold on to. Because again, we always are open people. Our people are open people to everybody. So what happened? Here, take this over here. But how did they do it? They had to get us divided up. One group fighting another group is fighting the same thing we're doing today. One group is fighting another group without understanding the history. Again, we got to be very careful, man, about who we saying. Like, again, somebody say they're my leader, I'm asking them some questions. Where you leading me? What message are you delivering? And who you taking it to? I don't have, none of these cats is my leaders. None of these black dudes are my leaders. Cause I'd be like, Taj could be my leader. Even some people may be upset with the minister. The minister Farrakhan could be one of my leaders because he lead by example. This is how it is. I judge a person on what their conduct, not, come on, man. Like, let's be realistic with this. Let's take this another caller. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Peace, this is Raj calling in from Virginia.
Peace, brother. What's going on with you, family?
Nothing much, man. I just listening, man. I had 2 questions for you. They're a little off subject, but...
No, bring them on subject.
Okay, when saying a nationality, right? Can you claim like any nation, like, or could you like make up your own or something like that?
Make up your own?
Yeah, because okay, I know you heard of the Hebrew-Israelites, and
they still
I'll
Moors
be on Facebook, and I see them, and they're like, oh, they're going to claim their Hebrew-Israelites as a Hebrew-Israelite nation, and I'm like, well,
hold up, let me clear this for everybody. First of all, Hebrew means one who's crossed over. Let's kill that noise. It's a language. Hebrew or Ibri means to cross over. Look it up. You see what I'm saying? It's a language. So when people are making up these, talking about KRS-One talking about building a hip hop nation. I don't know. You can do that. KRS-One created a book called the Gospel Hip Hop. About 50, 100 years from now, the Gospel Hip Hop will probably be a religious book. You see what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. But Hebrew or Ibri means one who has crossed over. That's what Hebrew means. It's a language. You see what I'm saying? That's all it is. So they still Moors. It doesn't matter. This is why I share with people to go get the book, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro. That's one by J.E. Rogers. His other book is called Nature Knows No Color Line. This is one of them right here. And I carry these books like they're the Bible. But you have to understand language. This is why I said the Moros, the Moriscos, the Moranos, the Maroons, they still relating to the Moors. You see what I'm saying? Modern day, I'm saying Moor. That's the umbrella right there today. So they are still Moors no matter where they at.
That the United States is a corporation company military arm for the Spanish Inquisition against the Moors and Yahudi, mispronounced as Jew, both of which is you. That's the foundation of the entire world's politics. If anybody's talking to you about bringing remedy to you economically and politically, and don't give you the foundation of the real politics of the world, is only playing with you. It's not personal. Let's deal with reality. If you want to fix things, you got to deal with facts. You cannot deal with emotions, how you feel, biases, who you like, who you don't like, etc. Take all that stuff throw it out the door. Just deal with facts, because only truth is going to solve things. Are we clear?
Well, first of all, nobody can never have jurisdiction over you. It's just you got an upper hand when you deal with the nationality. Okay. Remember, blacks are subjects. Blacks are minorities. It's basically a privilege given to you. Once you proclaim who you are free, an independent sovereign. And that's what people understand. And people take the word sovereignty and loosely. Sovereignty is that you can be an individual sovereign or a sovereign within a nation. So that you proclaim your nationality, you have a better chance to deal with issues that come about. Because again, everything has subject matter, jurisdiction. Status, jurisdiction, adjudication. Still going back to the three again. It don't necessarily have to be in court. It doesn't matter. If I'm doing business with an Asian or someone from Germany, we have to see if we have a contract together. You follow me? So in that contract, there are elements inside the contract. So the elements in the contract is the meeting of the minds. Offer, acceptance, consideration, right? And the meeting of the minds. Those are the four, right? So if I'm a minority and a child, I have no say-so in a contract. But as a conscious person who knows, I can say yes, I can say no. You see what I'm saying? You have no jurisdiction over me, period. That's just how it is. Unless I give it to you. And you can do it by some type of consenting. You know, because I have a lot of them that actually hit me on side notes. You know what I mean? But they would never come on my radio show. Like I said, I've been doing this for 13 years. And I know a lot of politicians and attorneys that's in Philly that will say something after my show, but never say it when I'm on the show. You see what I'm saying? They'll oh, that was good. You know, because first of all, people got to study with this, you know, this information. You spoke about jurisdiction also. First of all, let me, just in case he is listening or going to listen to the show, and when you share it with them, in law, first thing you study is language. The first thing you study is language. Juris, first of all, means law. Diction means speak. This is where you get your jurisdiction from. Jurisdiction, speaking the law. Or you can right from left, speaking the law. So everything was always from right to left. So we're talking about jurisdiction, or diction, juris, speaking law. Everything was always from right to left. The old Quran, the Quran is, the Bible, everything. You wrote on the right-hand side when you was driving. Every ball player has their last name, not their first name, if you ever noticed that. I'm just showing y'all some clues. But once you understand jurisdiction, that's a big thing. When you're dealing with courts, you have status, jurisdiction, and then they can adjudicate. Or they use the term subject matter. Matter is time and space. You follow me? So when you come in with the wrong status, even though we're not in constitutional courts anymore, we're in statutory or legislative courts. We're not in constitutional courts. Or we can say in admiralty maritime courts with the gold fringe around the flag. You see what I'm saying? When Title 4 of the United States Code says nothing else is supposed to be on the flag. This is when they're putting you on notice when you walk in there. So all attorneys are military advisors, what they call JAG in the military. They all are military advisors. This is how it goes down. Again, they got a couple more minutes to prove me wrong with what I'm saying. They got time. Or they're going to have time on Friday. So you can share this with them. I'm just throwing it out there so you can let them know that. Okay? Let them know that. And no, I never went to law school.
Rahm Emanuel, so-called Jew, left the Obama administration, what was that, 2010, 2011, ran for mayor of Chicago. Mm-hmm. Geographically, Chicago's sister city of Mecca. Rahm Emanuel, Jew, one of the first things he issued from his desk was a proclamation telling the real history of the Northgate. You know, too many people weren't too happy.
A lot of cities made that proclamation. Philadelphia did Resolution 75. A proclamation is just a public announcement. That's all it really is. Okay. But the proclamation is just a public announcement. That's what people don't understand. It's not something that you join. It's who you are. You just have to proclaim that.
Because you got to remember, anybody in a position of power is a Mason. That's number one. You know, when you're looking at Skull and Bones, Knights Columbus, Knights Templar, the Vatican, all of it is Masonry. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Masonry is mother and son. That means every man has a belly button. Every man came from a mother. To study the planet Earth, you must know the mother to know the son. Because even her sons were once herself, and they were all female eggs. So the study of Masonry is a study of the human condition on the planet Earth. It's Ma, son, and the study of Masonry. Masonry is essentially Islam, the science, not Islam, the creed. There's two different distinctions. Do you understand? It deals with I, self, law, and master. It is man knowing himself, and it's ancient on the planet. It has nothing to do directly with Prophet Muhammad. Do you understand? He's the founder of the reuniting of Islam. Do you understand? So when you're talking about, say, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, they're all Masons, and they all had Qurans. Don't ever get it twisted. But they don't look at it the way the masses look at it. They look at it as a science book of Earth. Are we clear? And one thing about all your so-called leader guys, they got Qurans, Uwaspi, the Vedas, the Magian Law, Torah, Tanakh, Septuaginta, Book of the Dead, etc. And the priesthood knows that different books were for different lords of the days. But for the masses, they get one book and tell them that's for the Lord. And they're divided against each other, and they cut each other's throats in the name of love. Oh, my God is better than your God. He wears better sneaks than yours, God. And they start killing each other and talk about love. Biggest hypocrites the world has ever known. So when somebody comes talking about they're believers, duck. Because they get ready to hit you with a left. And they really get mad at you if you don't give Reverend Jones $5 for Jesus has had that he's going to take Susie to the Bahamas with next year. And he always does it. But, you know, some adults have the mentality of children. But thankfully, according to divine laws of nature, the generations that are coming up now are not buying into it. Even though they love us, they're not buying into it. What we have to do is so that they don't get corrupted is just give them some truth to work with.
If they lock a person up who knows this information, first of all, you're kidnapping. Let's deal with the law. You're kidnapping me. You see them, you're holding me now for ransom. Those are the things you got to know automatically. So when you get inside the jail, 9 out of 10, sometimes they give you a window to get out, and you got to peep the window when you come back. But it's dangerous to have a person who knows this information inside their cell. You see what I'm saying? So again, either they're going to try to drug you up, lock you by yourself, which they can't do. Again, it's understanding how the law works. But you don't stop it. But we're fighting a fight that our forefathers already should have taken care of before we were born. You see what I'm saying? So now we're fighting a new fight with this information now. But again, Noble Drew Ali said it would be the 3rd and 4th generation coming with their eyes wide open. We're the 3rd and 4th generation from 1920s. So now our job is to get it out to the people. And one of the means is radio, film, you know what I mean?
And propaganda. And a whole bunch of nonsense as far as it's okay to be ignorant. It's profit. You know what I'm saying? They give them music that has nothing to do with them. They give them history and books and stuff that they teach you in school. Educates them to be ignorant, and it's profit. You know what I'm saying? So we get caught in this trap that we don't know no better.
Exactly.
And now the kids are starting to realize, like, wait a minute, I know this don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? Their inner self is starting to tell them, no, I know this don't feel right. But why is it that my mom, my grandmother, my father is not saying nothing about it? Why are they just letting this go? You know what I'm saying? Because that mindset has been trapped for so long.
Yep.
Just working at 9 to 5,
stagnating.
just grind, do what they tell you to do. You know, it's an old slave mentality. And what they did was, now we graduated, so we got house Negroes that are spiritual leaders.
A lot of
them. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
Politicians. You know what I'm saying? To keep us down so the Europeans don't have to touch it in their hands with clean.
Exactly. But that's what, this goes out to all the black, so-called black police officers too. This, I mean, if I can't, like, why the hell you ain't doing anything? You know what the thing they'll say? Oh, he's a drug dealer. But who bought the drugs? I don't know if I believe it was this weekend. They grabbed, I think, 2 DEA agents coming across the border or something like that. You heard about that, Joe? About 2 DEA agents, but they're gonna say, oh, they don't work for us, but it had official ID.
They just had a big federal investigation where they locked down almost 20 to 25 correction officers and police officers from North Carolina and Virginia, and they were trafficking drugs across the state lines.
But
that's not us doing that.
That's them.
Not us doing that.
But listen though,
but they focus on all the little things that we do because economically we don't know no better.
Exactly.
We don't have it in us to turn around and stand up and say, you know what, I know better than this. I have to have a little bit of self-discipline to police myself. Because that's how it was when I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Me and you were close to the same age. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff that was going on in the streets, but we knew how to police ourselves.
Exactly.
We didn't need nobody to come and put handcuffs on me or turn around and hit me with a billy club and turn around and tell me right from wrong.
And
you know what I'm saying?
You know what's so deep?
That's where we're falling short as elders. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking to people that's in their 40s and 50s that want to have hands off on the younger people. No, you got to pull them to the side when they doing wrong and let them know, like, look, you could be doing better than this.
I'll check my son
Don't
every
let
time.
somebody else come and pull you by your coattails and then put you in a jail and lock you up. Well, you're going to turn around and lose the rest of your life.
That is true.
They're building more jails, and guess what they're doing? They're getting rid of libraries. They're burning books.
There you go.
Who gets weaker, the king or the teacher? It's not about a salary, it's all about reality. Teachers teach and do the world good. Kings just rule, and most are never understood.